today I decided to do a Q&A. It's been several months since the last one I've done. So basically this Q&A, I kind of wanted it to revolve around my high school experience. As some of you may know, I am a senior in high school. I'm about to graduate next month. And I had a post I posted about 2 months ago. It's a long time ago on Instagram, asking you guys to just submit some questions about high school in general. So I went ahead and went through those questions and kind of just compiled the ones that stood out to me or I thought a lot of people could relate to. So let's go ahead and just get started. Because I'm Natalie asked, any TBT pictures to high school? Alright, so I'm going to start with freshman year. Okay, so this first this first picture is, I actually remember this moment. I was in Seattle, and this is actually summer of 8th grade, so I was just about to start freshman year, so this is like a little bit before high school. I was really tan, but like my hair was a little bit shorter, but for the most part, I kind of don't look that much different, besides like my hair. And I had less makeup, and my face is a little bit chubbier. I don't know, there's something, my face looked young, like younger than it is now, obviously. So that was summer of 8th grade, so beginning of freshman year almost. This picture here is actually with Chachi. I went to World of Dance. I used to be into dance and all that. I still am, but I just don't dance anymore. So this was this was sophomore year. And this one here was actually sophomore year too. This was outside of my Spanish class. So my hair was different and I did my makeup different, but I don't look that much different, I don't think. And then this here is also sophomore year, and this was at the Justin Bieber concert, so my makeup was a little bit more done up and I had my hair curled and everything. But it's just funny because like my makeup hasn't changed that much, although my eyebrows do look very different in this. But overall, I kind of like it. Then I think this was the beginning of junior year. I was at church and I feel like I look pretty much the same. Viola Zhao asked, how did you manage your time to do well in school and be able to work on editing and filming your videos at the same time? I just try to upload at least once a week. I love videos, I love making videos, and I love, you know, it's my passion to share all these things because I really am passionate about it. So it's not really like a hard thing to do, I guess, because I enjoy doing it. It's like a hobby for me and a job, so it's like I'm really thankful that I have the opportunity to do this, obviously. But as with anything, like when you have school, my schooling is my priority, so anything that I want to do besides it is hard. For school, I'm taking college classes, and you know, a typical college student takes about 3 classes, and that's it. That's full-time. I took 4 classes plus a high school online class each quarter, and then this quarter I'm taking 5 college classes and an online high school class just to graduate high school and get my AA by the time I graduate high school. So I guess what I could say to that is just making sure that I kind of have a schedule in mind. If I know what I have due during the week, to perhaps get it all done and then have one day where I can film and edit. I have to make sure, obviously, YouTube is a huge part of my life and I love it, so I don't want to ever, you know, mess it up, and I don't want to ever lose that because I want to continue doing this as long as I can. Like, I want this to be part of my life as long as I can, so I don't want to ever jeopardize that. Jessery Sue? Sorry if I mess up your name. I'll try my best, but I'll include it here so you'll see it. Said, in your TMI video you mentioned that your weight was around 98 to 100 pounds or something like that. I was curious and wanted to ask if people ever made fun of you for your body type or weight and what your experience was with it. Or with that. I weighed around the same, and I wanted to see if anyone else had a similar experience to mine growing up. So yeah, growing up I've always been petite. I've been skinny. I feel like my weight, I mean, at times people would just be like, oh, you're so skinny. It wasn't really a problem because I knew I was healthy and I was fine. But I think more so it was like family, because my family is like really Asian, and so they're always constantly trying to feed me and stuff. And like my grandparents and elders would always be like, are you eating enough? And they'd be like making fun of me because I'm really skinny. And like, I would tell them like, I eat a lot, I can eat a lot, I eat a lot, I don't like starve myself. And they'd act like I starved myself, and like, myself, and so that would kind of bother me because they would treat me like I was sick almost, but it's like there's nothing I can do, it's just the way I am. So that kind of bothered me, but it was kind of an insecurity too because I was very small. Like I've been really small in my life. Like I had smaller chest, and like as girls would like develop and stuff, I would stay like kind of skinny. But I don't know, I kind of just learned to accept it. I mean, this is my body. I'm healthy. I know I'm healthy, and that's fine with me. If other people say anything else, it doesn't matter because I know for a fact that I am healthy and I'm satisfied and I'm fine with my body. So I feel like that's how it should be for anyone, no matter what your body type is. As long as you know you're healthy and as long as you're confident in who you are, that's all that matters. Jessica N. Lopez asked, should you do a YouTube channel when you're in high school? So I started my YouTube channel, I think, was it sophomore year? I think sophomore year. And I think it was summer of sophomore year, so now I'm a senior. And I mean, honestly, when I started my YouTube channel up, it's surprising to think, but I don't ever remember being scared at all of like what other people would think at school, because I never really thought they would find out about it. So I just kind of did it because like I love doing hair and I love doing makeup, and that was my passion. And people were asking me like, how do you do your hair? How do you do your makeup? And I was like, a YouTube video would probably explain it a lot better than I can through words, like typing it up or something like that. So I thought that making like 1 or 2 videos would help you guys. Like that's all I wanted to do. And then it kind of grew into something bigger, and then I started making more videos, and like I never really told anyone at school about it. So I didn't ever really think that to be like scared of people ever finding out or judging me, and that's the way I went about it. And so I didn't even pay attention to what other people think, but I know that it can be a problem for some, and I totally understand it. Just for some reason wasn't for me, but I really feel like if that's what you want to do, just do it. Okay, so Jenny S asked, thoughts on high school relationships. So in high school, I never really wanted relationships to be my priority in high school, because I always had this idea that high school boys are immature, nothing's ever gonna last, there's no point. But what I really think is like a way to look at it is that maturity is not an age. I feel like it just depends on person to person. One person can be a lot more mature than another at the same age, so it just really depends on maturity. It also depends on, you know, your time, whether you're willing to sacrifice time for someone, and whether if someone's even worth it. Because sometimes you just meet someone, you're not planning on having a relationship with anyone, you just meet someone and you instantly just connect, and you know that as you're talking more and more with them that they're worth it, you know. But if you have any doubts and if you have other priorities, then that's up to you to decide not to have a relationship. I just feel like it just depends on person to person, but to make sure that your priorities are aligned, that even if you are in a relationship, that you need to make sure that you're focusing on what needs to be done at the time, which is school, obviously, because you do have your whole life ahead of you. Julia Raffal asked, did you ever feel lost because you didn't know your place? Yes, and I feel like everyone has that point in their life where they're just like, I do not know what I want to do. Personally, for me, it was also, I'm not good at anything, so what am I going to do with myself? And I just felt like I wasn't good at anything. There was no place for me. I wasn't part of any group. I didn't really know what was going on, and I just felt like people were like, they already knew what they wanted to do, and I was just like lost. I didn't have any friends, and I was just like, yes, definitely, I felt lost. I didn't have I felt like I didn't have a purpose. So I took Running Start, where I went to the college and I took classes there, and that's when I was able to, you know, feel like I had a purpose, because I was getting stuff done for me. Like I was working on my future even though I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. And then I took my first business class, and that's when I decided I wanted to get into business. So slowly I began to learn more about myself and what I wanted to work on, and then I set my goals. And YouTube definitely helped me a lot in finding my place, because it gave me hope for the future, hope that I'd never had before, and knowing that I had a career and I had, you know, my education to back me up as I was taking more college classes, and now I'm getting my AA and graduating high school. And I feel like I have a better picture of where it is I want to go. But definitely I did not always feel like this. I didn't feel like this until probably the end of last year, in the middle of last year. Like not that long ago at all. Did you have breakfast before you went to school? No. That's something I've always worked on, but I just never did because I prefer sleeping. So I would always sleep as much as possible to the very last minute as to how long it would take me to get ready. So that way, like, I am just up and I'm getting ready, and then like I'm running out. Like, that's all the time I'd have. Ronary Jill, how many friends did you keep and how many left? Well, right now I have my best friend since 4th grade. She lives in my neighborhood, actually. We've been super close since elementary school, and we have never, fell apart at all. We've always been super close. There's never been a moment where we weren't very close. So I'm very, very grateful for her, because I honestly, my life would not be the same without her. So I have her, and we've gone through high school together, and we didn't have like any classes together, but we still are very, very close. So I'm really thankful for her. And I have one other girl that I still am in touch with, but as far as close friends, that's it. I have one. And then some friends I might hit up every now and then, literally like 3 times a year. Like, never really, but like I'm still in contact with them somewhat. Like, it wouldn't be weird to hit them up, but it kind of would, because we're not that close. But like, that's pretty much it. Like, yeah. Amira Heiss asked, how did everyone respond to your YouTube career? Our junior year, no one really knew about it that much. And then senior year, which is right now, I'm not at the high school ever. I've been there probably 3 times just to visit my counselor. Like, that's it. I'm never at the high school, which is really weird. That's why I feel like I'm not even a high schooler anymore, because I'm never there. So yeah, that's that. But my YouTube career, it was kind of surprising because I don't have any contact with anyone there really, and somehow, like, how seniors have the awards at the end of the year where there's like cutest couple and most likely to be president and all that stuff. So I ended up being voted for most likely to be famous, and I was very surprised because I did not think people even knew who I was, let alone they knew that they knew what I was doing. So that's how people responded. People know about it and they think that it's probably cool, and when I'm there they ask me about it. So I mean, it's always pretty positive to my face. I don't know what they say behind my back, but to my face, apparently it is positive, but that's what I know. So to kind of wrap it all up, Grace Han asked, how was your overall high school experience and did you enjoy it? As a social aspect, it was not that successful, but I do not wish it to be any different than it was, just because I feel like I made the right choices. I feel like that graduating high school the way I am is the way I want it to be. So definitely, I feel like it's important to remember that throughout all experiences in life, it's your experience. You don't want to be living for anyone else besides yourself. Because I feel like a lot of people in high school, they feel like they constantly need to be impressing other people. They constantly need to be fitting in. They constantly need to be, a part of a group. They need to be, like, I understand that. But just make sure at the end of the day that it's for you. No matter, like, whatever it is that you may be doing, that it is for you and not for anyone else. So I just want to leave it off with that note, and I really hope that this was helpful for you guys. I really try to think of like good, thoughtful answers, because I know that high school is a very challenging time, but people have different experiences. So maybe yours is better, maybe yours is worse, maybe yours is relatable. But I hope that there's something about my experience that maybe touched you and maybe you can relate to and learn from. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you guys so much. Oh my gosh, like, you guys have made my life so much better. And if you can't tell from like what I've just told you, YouTube is a huge part of my life. Like, I would not have it any other way, and I'm so, so, so thankful for you. So yeah, anyways, hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.